Our community is hurting right now. There's been a recent number of deaths by suicide in our local schools. Those students had families, they had friends, and will be missed. This is a public health issue, and we wanted to have a conversation about ways to help those in crisis. News Channel 7's Jude Binkley spoke with several mental health experts about the resources out there for prevention. Jude?
Brenda, one thing we've heard in our conversations over and over again is that one of the best ways to prevent suicide is by talking about it.
I think it's important just to acknowledge our community's hurting right now. And everybody's kind of looking at each other of how are we going to support these students, and I think it's a really good time that we come together and really support each other too.
We sat down to talk about suicide prevention with the Boise School District and community partners from BPA Health and the Children's Home Society. Those experts say one of the best ways to prevent suicide is to talk about it.
Bring it out of the dark into the light. That takes the power away.
I think it's really important that the conversations do happen and that it's not necessarily a one-time event, but it's a continual event between multiple people. The schools should be talking about it. Families should be and hopefully are talking about it. Community partners, it's really a team effort.
At school, that can mean approaching a teacher or counselor.
That can be a first line of a resource, finding that trusted adult within a building and being able to talk to them, and then helping navigate, one, maybe a discussion with their family of, hey, the student's struggling, and then two, maybe does the student need more resources?
And at home, parents should also be checking in with their kids' mental health.
Sometimes we just don't know what to say, and that's okay to even acknowledge, like, I don't know what to say, but I'm here. I'm going to be here with you for as long as I need to be.
While these can be difficult conversations to have,
The more direct you can be, the better.
there are resources that can help.
We shouldn't be afraid to call 988.
988 is the number for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You don't have to be in a crisis to call. They also provide resources, support, and can just be there to talk.
Have your cell phone, call 988, put it on speaker. They can help through the process. You're not in this alone. So just know that there's support to help around those conversations.
988 is free. It is anonymous. It is 24/7. You can call, you can text, you can chat.
Shannon Decker is the executive director of the Speedy Foundation, which champions effective suicide prevention and mental health awareness. They also offer free online trainings on suicide prevention. She says a student's peers can also give insight into how they're feeling.
So for educators and for parents, knowing these signs, but also being able to have direct conversations and relationships with their kids' friends, because it's our peers who really have a pulse on what's going on.
That can give you a great insight to maybe what they're feeling, that if they are looking okay, they may not be. Sometimes you got to look for those subtle cues.
There are several warning signs that a teenager could be entering a mental health crisis.
Looking at youth, some of those risk factors are disturbances in sleep. When we have young people who are not getting the sleep that they need, especially if they're struggling with another type of crisis, issues surrounding sexual identity and gender are huge. Eating disorders, setbacks and perfectionism is something that we're really seeing in our youth. Social media really contributes to this, but it's more than just like the technology piece. It's connection.
Connection. It can be a cure.
When there's connection, there's more ability to walk away from addiction. There's more ability to survive. There's more ability to find purpose. Sometimes human experience is rough, and this is why we need each other. This is where humanity comes in and we see the best of it.
And there are many other resources, classes, contacts, and events in our community centered around suicide prevention and mental health awareness. We'll have a lot of those listed in our web story at ktvb.com for anyone who'd like them. And Brenda, again, these experts say that death by suicide is preventable, and one of the best ways to prevent it is to talk about it.
Yeah, it's really important, and really knowing that you're not alone. You have a community right there backing you up. And
absolutely.
Of course, just like Jude mentioned, we'll have that on our website at ktvb.com. We'll be right back after this.